Hey guys, thank you so much for jumping in and joining me today, this morning, and just throughout the day. I'm going to pop in here a couple of times, and I'm going to have a couple other people pop in as well. I'm also going to share some videos of some girls on my team that are just kind of going to talk to you about their experience with coaching and what coaching means to them and what coaching has done for them. But let me just kind of first introduce myself for those that don't know me. I am Heather Shields, and I am the founder of this awesome team, Perfectly Imperfect. And we're just here to kind of share with you what coaching is for us, and kind of to go over some things that people feel like coaching is, and fears that they have around coaching. So let me be the first to say that we are not a company where we are distributors of a product that we're just trying to push or to sell. I think that's the number one biggest thing that people fear about learning about coaching or hearing about coaching, is that they think that it's going to be something like a network marketing company where you have products that you're trying to push or trying to get people to have a party to sell for or to distribute for you. That's not what we're about. That's not who we are. And that's like the very first thing I want to get out there. We as coaches are actually sharers of our life and our personal journey, and we are becoming, the best versions of ourselves, both with health, with our fitness, internally with our, spirituality. We're really just becoming the best person that we can so that we can help other people become the best versions of themselves as well. So when I say that we're not sellers, we're sharers, that's what I mean. We are sharing our journey, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything, in hopes to inspire other people to be to finding their real authentic self and to being the best that they can. So by doing that, we work on ourselves, and that's our number one first thing that we are supposed to be doing as coaches, is working on ourselves, which I don't know any other company that their main focus is for you to become the best version of you and you work on yourself first before anybody else. But that is our number one thing that we're supposed to be working on, is us. So let me give you a little bit of backstory on me and how I kind of got involved in coaching. It was definitely not on my radar. I did not have any idea. If you would have told me even just 3 years ago that this is something that I would be doing, I would have laughed in your face, because that's not at all where I was in life, and I never ever in a million years thought that this could be my life. So I used to be about 45 pounds heavier. I've actually been 100 pounds heavier than I am right now, but when I first started coaching, I was about 40 pounds heavier, and I had a very, very unhealthy relationship with my body, with food, with nutrition. I was kind of an all or nothing person, so I would binge and purge, and I had for many, many years, since as long as I can remember. So I just had a really unhealthy relationship with myself, and so when about 2.5 years ago, just about 3 years ago, I started following somebody on Instagram. And the only reason was I just hashtagged like motivation, inspiration, because I needed something that was going to help me lose the weight. And I didn't know, I had done every single thing I could in the past. I had done every single diet you could ever imagine, taken every pill, popped into every kind of exercise program. I did it all, and nothing worked. Nothing stuck, because I always gave up on myself. That's just what people who have an unhealthy relationship with themselves and with their bodies, they tend to give up on themselves. So that's what I did all the time. So anyway, I started searching Instagram. I started following this random girl who I had no idea who she was, but she just looked really positive and happy, and she was sharing her workouts every day. And I didn't do the workouts. I just watched her do the workouts every single day. I'd log into Instagram and just watch everything she did and think, oh, she's so inspirational. She's so motivational. I should probably get off my butt and do something, but I didn't. I just watched her. So I watched her for almost a year, which is just crazy. And that's like my biggest regret, is that I didn't jump in sooner. But I finally did reach out, and I joined in one of her, what we call challenge groups. Basically, it was just a community of women who are supporting each other to kind of help, get over their own insecurities and their own issues, and to stick with their workouts. So I jumped in 100%. I started with my nutrition. I started working out every day. The biggest thing for me was this support of women, and I had never experienced that kind of support from other women who I didn't know. And that's what really stuck with me, is that there was these people who were so positive, and showed up every single day and were encouraging all the other people who they didn't know to get better. And they were encouraging me every single day, and I thought, that's just so cool. I've never met women like this. So after a month, my coach actually reached out to me and said, I think that you would make a really great coach. And I thought that was one of the funniest things I'd ever heard, because there's no way I could ever be a coach, because I was still so messed up in my head. I still had so much weight to lose. I had only I'd only started to lose, a few pounds. I felt like I needed to be in the best shape. There's no way I could ever inspire anybody. Nobody would ever want to be inspired by me. And she sent it to me in a little postcard, and I got the mail, and I was like, whatever. And I put it in my junk mail. Well, I had dreams for 2 nights about becoming a coach. It was like the most random thing. And it's funny because just a few days before, I'd actually prayed with some of my friends, and I just asked them to help me find something that was going to help me stick to what I was doing, because I was enjoying what I was doing, but I needed help to stick to it. So I realized after a couple of days of me both dreaming about it and the fact that I just prayed with some friends of mine that I needed something to help me stick to what I was doing, that maybe this was the answer. Maybe by coaching, I could be held accountable, because I would actually be thinking of other people and not myself. I would actually be wanting to help other people, and then I wouldn't quit. I wouldn't quit on myself because I wouldn't quit on somebody else. So I was like, maybe I should look into this. So I thought about it a little bit more. I prayed about it, and brought it up to Paul, and he was like not a fan of the idea, because he saw it as something, another network marketing company that I was going to have to sell stuff. And after talking to my coach, I realized that's not what this is about. For me, it was about, having that accountability, because I knew I wouldn't give up on somebody else. So I went in, I dove in 100%. And, you guys, it's hard to even imagine just how amazing it was, and how I know that this was something that was not something that I created. I knew this was something that, the Lord had put in my path, because, he fulfilled so much. Not only was I rocking out at my own fitness and my own nutrition and getting amazing results, but I had other people that were counting on me, and I loved every second of it. I loved being able to help these friends of mine stick with it. I loved watching them get results. And my business kind of took off. And you guys, I was still working. My husband was traveling a ton all the time. So I was a single mom a lot, and I was working. I was super busy, and I was not in good shape. So I was struggling through my workouts. You guys, I cried during my workouts because I was pushing so hard, and I was trying so hard, and, trying not to compare myself to other people. But because I was working so much on myself and becoming the best version of me, and helping other people, I didn't want to stop. So I continued, and my business did take off, and I was able to help so many more people, and it just snowballed. So I just took little bits of my time during my day to check in with my clients, and to check in our challenge groups, and that's what I would consider my work. I'd wake up a little bit early in the morning and do a little bit of work before I went to work, and then on my lunch break I did about 15 minutes of work, and then in the evenings after the kids went to bed I did another maybe half hour of work. So I just did little snippets of work, which is basically just following up with people and checking in with people and in my groups, and that's really where I saw my success, both with myself and both with the people in my clients. Everybody was getting results. I was getting crazy results. I wanted to shout from the rooftops just how amazing this was, how amazing these programs were, how amazing this community was. And so that's kind of basically what I did. I just started telling everybody just how great this was, and that's what coaching is, you guys. That's exactly what coaching is just sharing your personal experience and sharing what it is that you're going through with other people. And that right there inspires people. That right there is what gets people results, is you believing in them, and you showing people that, you are authentic, and you are really getting results, and that you are feeling amazing. That's what coaching is. It's you working on you, and you encouraging other people. So I just wanted to put that out there, that we, the biggest thing that we focus on is being us and being authentic, and then sharing that with other people. So that's a little bit of my backstory, or a lot of my backstory, and a little background of what coaching is. And then throughout the day, I just want to pop in here a couple more times, and I'm going to have, a couple other coaches in here and just sharing their experience. But I really want you guys to interact. I really want you guys to ask me, or ask, the people in here, anything you want to know. Any kind of weird objections that you might have is not weird, because everybody had them. I had so many, what I thought were weird questions, or so many doubts and fears. But that's why I want to run this group, and that's why we do run these groups on a regular basis, is because I want to battle that and tackle that and let you guys in on everything that coaching is, so that you can have a very good idea of what we're about and what we do, and how you guys can do it too, and how you can earn earn an income. I mean, I work now full-time as a coach. I was able to leave my job after 10 months. Insert income disclaimer. We can't guarantee that results for everybody. You know, your income is based on the work that you put in. But, you know, people do this as a part-time gig. People do this just for the accountability. People do this just for a discount. People do this because they want to get out of their jobs and they want to do this full time. People do this because they want to travel the world. I am fortunate enough I work my tail off and I love what I do. It doesn't feel like a job to me. It feels like a gift that I get to do this. But I am blessed to be able to do this full time now from home. I mean, this is my office today, which is pretty fantastic. And I get to travel the world with my team and, you know, help my team gain their finances, gain freedom in their jobs. And that's like just the biggest blessing. So that's a little backstory on me and a little bit of fire from my belly about what this coaching gig is about. And I just want you guys to please don't feel weird about asking me anything and let me know what it is you want me to cover in the next video or two. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will be in touch soon.